Hi everybody, it's Bob from Rail Design, and this week we're going to be going over a 3D pendant review on the astrology themed pendants. I'm going to be doing astrology for the next few weeks or so as I get my prototypes in and try to get a full set. This week is going to be the Aquarius. Aquarius is January 21st to February 19th, so that's the astrological zone for Aquarius. We're going to be taking a look at the design. We're going to be taking a look at some of the pros and cons of the design. I'm going to be, you know, doing a review on the print that just came out perfectly. I think you can, find it in a lot of places on YouTube. But there's some problems with this one, and I'm going to be going over. I probably will be showcasing it on my Shapeways shop, but in limited materials because the materials act differently in fabrication and cause issues that I'm going to be going over in my review. So let's take a look at the Aquarius and see what went right and want to see what did not go so well. So let's go.
So much like a lot of my other pendants, they're circular in design. Um, I do have a groove in here, and to highlight the or accent the outer border, and the constellation is raised with bumps for the individual stars, and the pendant itself is roughly should be 3/4, almost 3/4 of an inch. I think it's like 20 millimeter. And now it's 18.8. Okay, it's about 3 millimeter wide. It's got a symbol for air signs in the back as well. So that's a triangular shape with a base accent. And again, the ridge is here. But overall, I think the raised constellation looks great. But I bought this in kind of the wrong material. I bought a polished steel. So what happens in the polished regular steels is that they use I think an automated process for polishing where the the precious metals, they get hand polished, so they go through a much better scenario where the regular steel polish, you can get some grit inside the fine detail. So that is one thing I didn't like about this. So I don't have right now for these kind of pendants. I don't have these available in the normal polished steels, just the matte steels. Um, and you're not going to have this problem with the precious metals. So that's not. I'm not going to pull those materials. So what I did though is I changed the design of the outline, and and I'll show you that in a minute to not just have a groove, but to have a step down, along with some accents around the corners. So let's take a look at that.
Okay, so here is the new style pendant up in my CAD package in Moto. Um, I've done away with the groove and then added on some steps. So I dropped the outer ring down about I think about let's see 0.2 millimeters or something like that, and then I added this kind of gear slash sun sprocket feature to give it a little bit of accent to it. So it highlights the edges of it, and on the back, if I can use this mouse correctly. There we go. So the air symbol is still there, but now instead of a groove, it's a step with a chamfer. So right now there's no place for polishing material to nest. So I think that's going to be good enough. I'm going to order another prototype of this just to prove it out, but I'm going to throw it up on for sale, even though it's not exactly what I prototyped and shown. I think the overall accent for the for the constellation worked out really great. The hole for the jump ring is something I've used often enough. So I'm going to throw this up on for sale. I think the initial upload went really well. There was no problems with any thickness. So one of the things that you would want to look out for if you happen to be a designer out there is your transitions between small distances. So these kind of these areas, these corners, they kind of make me a little nervous when I do this kind of stuff, but because it gets a little close. But these worked out fine. So all right, well, I hope you enjoy it. I look forward to posting an update video for this once I do get this prototyped, but I will put it out for sale and see how it goes. All right, thanks, and I'll see you again next week.